Psalm 33, where by revealing the first writer's formats here, I think this is the first of a kind, so they're historic. And let's start with 33. This is how it looks. Get out of here so you can take a quick snapshot or screenshot. I think that's long enough for you to stop and get that. Okay. Sing for joy in YV. Sing for joy in YV. This is not right. Sing for joy. Sing for joy, you righteous ones. Praise is becoming to the upright one. Give thanks to YV with lyre. Sing praises to him with a harp of 10 strings. I don't know, this is going to be one of those that, this is why they say that you can sing the Psalms, but I don't. Sing to him a new song. Play skillfully with a loud shout, with a shout of joy. How can you shout when you're supposed to sing? For the word of YV is upright. Well, that's not really true. And all his work is, well, that's an added word. We got to get rid of that. Reminds me I should have took that out. Play skillful with a shout of joy for the word, for the words from YV are for the upright, and all his work and faithfulness. He loves righteousness and justice. The earth is full of his love. Earth is full of. By the word of YV, the heavens were made. By his breath, from his mouth, all their hosts. Do you know what hosts are? Okay. They consider beings hosts, but I'm not sure if that's. Well, let's see. How do they? How does strong? A host is a. They use the word host 293 times, but it also uses as an army or war or service, but nothing. Armies would have been, or armies or army, maybe 100 times. So I don't know. Let me go through here. He gathers the waters for a sea together as a heap. He lays up the deeps in storehouses. Let all the earth fear YV. Let all the inhabitants of the world stand in awe of him, for he spoke and it was done. He commanded and it stood fast. He nullifies the counsel of the nations. He frustrates the plans of the people. The counsel of YV stands forever. The plans of his heart from generation. Blessed is the nation whose creator is YV. The people whom he has chosen for his own inheritance. YV looks from heaven and sees every man. Man meaning male and female, so every man. Sees all would be every. Sees every man from his dwelling. He looks out on all. That's just what I'm saying here. He looks from heaven and sees every man. From his dwelling looks out on all the inhabitants of the earth. But that's just a repeat. Whoops. Looks on. From his dwelling place, he looks on all inhabitants. I guess that he who fashioned the heart of them, all he who understands all their work. King is not saved by a mighty army. A warrior is not delivered by great strength. The horse is a false hope for victory, nor does it deliver anyone by its great strength. Behold the eye of YV. Behold the eyes. Is on those who fear him, on those who hope for his love kindness, to deliver their soul from death and to keep them alive in famine. Our soul waits for YV, for he is our help and shield. For our hearts rejoice in him, because we trust in his name. That all of a sudden sounds like he doesn't know YV. Trust in his name. Let your love kindness, YV, be upon us. According as we have hoped in you. Sing for joy, you righteous ones. Praise is becoming. Praise is becoming to the upright. Sing for joy, you righteous ones. You righteous ones. Praising him. Praising him, becoming to the upright. Giving thanks Giving thanks to YV with the lyre. Sing praises to him with the harp of 10 strings. Give thanks to him with the lyre. Sing praises to him with a harp of 10 strings. Sing to him a new song. Play skillfully. I would say with joy. For the words from YV, for the upright, for the words from YV, for the words from YV, are words from him, commands, laws, statutes, his everlasting promises are for us, not just the upright. They're for everybody. So it's not just the upright. For the words from YV, for the word are no. For the words from YV, we are upright, or we are righteous, and all his work is in faithfulness. And all that needs to be he loves righteousness and justice. The earth has nothing to do with it unless you're talking about the inhabitants or the people. He loves righteousness and justice. The earth is full of I'm going to put the word his here. His love kindness. The earth is now full of his love kindness. So that's just odd. By the word by the words from YV. The heavens were made, and I got to put a capital S to say that they refer to the heavens like the third heaven is where the birds flew. The second heaven is where the stars are. So to combine those two together is what we see as heavens. The heavens were made. By his breath. The words from YV, the heavens were made, so they still are words. And from his mouth. From his mouth. By the words from YV, the heavens were made. From his mouth, and by his breath, Okay, I need this back. His breath gave life to man and animals to have a living life, not to be attached to the earth like a tree or a plant. And by his breath, by his breath, boy, that itched. My eye just itched like crazy there. By his breath came all life. By his breath, I'm going to put came all, and then change this to life. Because that is what he told us. And by his breath came all life. He gathered waters. He gathered water. He gathered water for a sea, for the seas, and that would be seas. They were well aware of the Mediterranean and going into, let me show you that map real quick here. They were aware of this when they were 700 years before Jesus came. And so they would have considered this a sea, and see how I've got it connected. This is a sea because how large it is, and this would be another sea. But the text when I was making this map where it goes, these are the two seas that they were talking about because they were traveling down here. These were the trade routes, okay? And then they brought them from here to here so they could trade here on this sea, which means they also traded down the south of there. But the object is here's a quick note. Down here in this corner, NOAA, you go to their site and they allow you to have the geographic structure, but you have to create your rivers and place your cities and from there, but you can make your own maps to have your own map. I did that with Jerusalem. I did that with Israel. All the maps you see I have started from them. And then when I got a hold of them, told them I was going to use them, they just told me to make a note like that for them so they get credit. And I just wanted to make sure I give them credit there because I've shown the maps, but I've forgotten to mention that. He gathered the waters for the seas. So the word has to be seas. And this was, this was not, that was added. Together as a, three verse here. He gathered waters for his seas together as a together. Okay, now here that word together would be very important for those that are thinking, okay, that word is not coming up to strong in Strong's Concordance. He doesn't go over that word, but I would say that word would be very important as understanding that the earth was round and not flat, because I just showed you that they'd have to know that all of Africa would have been surrounded by water. So together they are a large heap. Together they are a large heap of water. Together they are a large heap. What does heap here? Heap. They only use it 6 times, so, and they all used it for the word heap. Yeah. As a boundary. Together they are the boundary. Together they are, yeah, because I'm seeing this. How do I do boundary here? Together they are a boundary. Yeah, I would say boundary. I don't know. I'm a lousy speller, so I got a boundary. Boundary. Okay. They are a boundary. I'm going to have to remember that word heap, because that would be key. Okay. Everybody go look in the manuscripts, see if they use the word together, or then for the seas as a boundary. He lays them up like, I don't know about this. He lays up their deep like storehouses. He lays up there, and it would be depths. Depths. D-E-P-T-A, depths. I think that would be just a good change of the word. He lays up their depths like storehouses. Like store hours. Let everyone on earth, fear YV, let every inhabitant of the world, let every I guess they're using the word inhabitants like races here. Yeah, I think that would be, I think the word inhabitants is meaning races. Let every race of the world, in the world, on the world. Let every race on the earth. I'm going to put the word earth here. Everyone on earth fear YB, let every inhabitant of the earth stand in awe of him. So they're just the same. Okay, that looks pretty good. Stand in awe of him. For he spoke, and it was, for he spoke, and it was done. He commanded, it stands fast. For he spoke, and it was done. He commanded, and it stood still, and it stood fast. Why he nullifies the council of the nation, he frustrates the plans of people. The council from it's not the council from YV stands forever. The plans council from YV stands forever. His plans from his heart. Oops. Well, I gotta retap this and yeah, get that red line there. Let me think it's review. I don't need no markup. No markup. His plans. His plans. The council of YV stands. Let's see, I'm seeing this. Now I got it. The council from YV stands forever. His plans are from his heart. From generation to generation, blessed is our nation. Blessed is our nation, whose creator is YV. Our people our people are whom he chose. Right? I think that's pretty good. And this now for his own inheritance doesn't make any sense because we're Jesus's inheritance. Okay, to enter into heaven, we have to become Jesus's servants, or yes, people in his kingdom. I guess under king, we're servants to the king, for his own inheritance. That, no. But I think those four can go together. There's four. There's only three there. Raise up their depths like storehouses. There's a verse missing here, or they're all out. One, two, three, four. Now let's see. If four is working, then how come? He loves righteousness, justice. The earth is full of kindness. No, not really, but oh, okay. Well, I can see that this goes together and then this goes out. Give thanks to Ivy with a lyre, sing praises to him, sing to him a new song, play skillfully with joy. For words from Ivy, and then that's being tied together. Sing for joy to him. I put, and then something like that. Sing for joy to Ivy, you righteous ones, praise is becoming to praising him is becoming, I would say, praising him is becoming praising him, okay, becoming fitting, lovely 4 times, fitting 3 times, becoming twice, comely is once, praising him is our love for him. Praising him is because it is lovely. Praising him is, yes, it's lovely. Praising him is our love. Praising is lovely to the upright now. Praising him, you righteous ones, praising him is our love. Sing for joy to YV, you righteous ones, praising him is our love. Give thanks. Yeah, I think that's good enough. Don't want to add any other word there. Give thanks to him with a lyre, sing praises to him, sing him a new song, play skillfully with joy. So that means these two have to be hooked together. For the words from YV is the words is YV to be upright, to be upright. I'm going to take a look at the word upright, meaning is right. Well, let's put it this way. Upright is used 50 times, straight is used 5 times, right is just used 33 times. And this word is used for a man's name twice. I gotta save that. I don't know if I've shown you how bad the text is from time to time, but just to give a quick change up here, well, let me show you something here, because they're really deceiving. I mean, when you see these things, example, here's the word boy, here it is here, and yet it's used for the word girls once, okay? Now, here we have desert, and yet it's a man's name 4 times. So that's what I'm saying. I just found another one like that. So how do you get the word desert to mean a man's name? There's just so much corruption. Okay, here, the word dove. You tell me how he gets this name, 3 names out of the word dove. But, oh well, now you get to laugh a little bit as well here. Let's see. I guess I'm going to clean that up later but I'm just going to say those 4 hooked together, and then we have a problem with these 3, and something is missing. So I'll just represent it by here. And nullifies this. Okay, now it's just this group here, but we're looking for 4 verse. He looks from heaven and sees every man from his dwelling place. He looks on all inhabitants. He fashioned what is fashion? Because I'm pretty sure it means go down here. Someday I hope to have this live, but I don't have enough room right now to put a separate camera on this. I'm trying to sell this place and get room in the next place. Come on, it's the only place. Fashion. Devises formed 20 times. Fashion once, fashioned with ed once, ing twice, with an s once. But formed and maker, planned. Actually, it's used for the word creator once. Title creator. That, hold on, I've never seen that before. So I want to make sure that this is definitely a screenshot. Let's see if that's still, okay, it's still live, but that is odd They're using this word once for greater. Oh well. Glad I checked it out. That's new to me, and I thought I've searched every word here over the 25 years. I've thought I've clicked on every Hebrew word to check it. Because I when I did, you can see that I found extra words on the Hebrew side or the Greek side, and I had to add them into the text. I did that probably to at least 100 words that I found that way. That's a lot of clicking. I've got a picture of my clicking. This lump right here, you'd be surprised how developed that little muscle right there got wore out. He made the heart. Yeah, I think the word made is better. He made. He made, and it would be their hearts. So, not to put them at the end is just goofy, not really correct at all. He understands all their works. Yeah, I guess it would be works. King is not saved by. Oh, wait a second. Now we have a king is not saved by a mighty army. A warrior is not delivered by a great strength. A horse is false hope for victory, nor does it deliver anyone by its strength. A horse is false hope for victory, nor does it deliver anyone by its great strength. What does this have to do with these words up here? See, there's a split here in the wording. He understands the hearts of men. Okay, well, maybe it's starting to flow into a king is not saved by mighty army. Then it would be, this would have to be 2 missing verses. Although the way it's being written, this one would be shorter than the one above, right? Sometimes like right here. Oh, king is not saved by eyes of wifey. I would have to put it this way. YV's eyes, and say that I just moved text from here. YV's eyes is on those who fear him, on those whose hope for his love kindness, to deliver their soul from the abyss, and that is his promise. Now we can actually, we can date this as after David, because they're aware that their soul is not going to be there forever, because David's son is now going to be our king in heaven, and they understand now why they're being forgiven, so they can enter into heaven. To deliver their soul from the abyss, to keep them alive, and to... Okay, these need to be shortened up like this verse up here. To deliver their soul from the abyss, to keep them alive in a famine. Our souls don't wait. Our souls are us. Actually, we wait for you, YV. Let your love kindness. If I divide it like this, this would have to be divided accordingly as we have hoped. Let your love kindness be upon us, because we trust in this would have to be your holy name. Because we trust in your holy name, let your love kindness be upon us. And then this one here, he is our help and shield, for our hearts rejoice in him. Our soul waits. Our souls wait. Although if I were to be this writer, I would be saying our souls wait for our souls wait for YV to send our king. He is our help and our shield, for our hearts rejoice in him. And this would all be Jesus. Our souls wait for YV. Now that, I'm just going to do this. If I write, our souls wait for YV to send our king, then the rest needs to be changed. Okay, so this would be red, this would be red, this would be red, because he's the one helping us to get to heaven, right? And this, we just don't have enough to say, let your love kindness be upon us. Well, I guess let me not be so stubborn and say, according as we have hoped in you. Okay, now it comes cleanup time. I think we want to be happy with what we got here. So let's go here, let's go here, and is it here? Formatting 8 point, everything is 0. And now get rid of this, put 2 spaces for 1 spaces. And this is what our text looks like cleaned up. Oh, I should have dropped the green, huh? Okay. Take the green out. Okay. I'm sorry to go up and down quickly for those that are following with their eyes. Okay. Now we got a problem here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then the only problem was me not putting the space in here. And I'm seeing that as, if this is true, okay, if this becomes, whoops, if this becomes, then we have something here with Jesus. But I want to take a little bit more time on this one and make sure that that would be correct. Let's see if I do. I'm trying to get it so you can take a screenshot here. Does the text all get in here? Now let me see. Yep, I'm still here. Get rid of that and take a screenshot just to say we've got it. That shows that there's a format for 33, and I like that because we can date it from here, from Jesus, and there's soul, by the word soul delivered from the abyss. It means that this would mean the promise to Jacob, if they knew the promise to Jacob from our Creator was to give him a resting place from evil. And I guess when you're in the abyss, you can still be attacked by evil. And if you want to go to the abyss, you males out there, description below, first video, that'll shock you. You can actually understand that you have a witness, you have a soul, witness the abyss, witness afterlife. Yes, there we go. I think that cleans that one up, or at least enough to go.